What's up, Jags? I'm William. Welcome to In the Mix. This is Vincent, and this is Jayda Reynoso. She's a runner from Canyon View, a cross-country runner, and we're here to ask her a few questions about the sport and what she does. So, Jayda, it's been halfway through the season about now. How's it been?
Our season's going really well, I would say. Our team is constantly improving, so we're just continuing to grow and strengthen each other and build each other up to finish the season strong.
That's good. That's good. And on a personal level, how are you feeling about this year?
I'm feeling optimistic. I haven't had like the time that I've wanted in any of my races, but I think like looking forward towards the end, I'm continuing to work hard at practices and show up and just getting the work done so I can be happy at the end with my time.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And so throughout the year so far, coaching and teammates, what really stood out to you throughout this year?
I think our coach is like one of the main factors of how well our team can work together and just be there for each other. She plays a huge role not only in like my running journey, but I think everybody else's. She'll always make sure to pay attention to each individual's needs and how we can each improve. So I think just her being there for us has like set our team apart in the way our dynamic runs.
Okay. And just this year coming up, like you said, you haven't been able to really get the time you've wanted. Is there any specific course that you want to destroy, maybe conquer this year?
I would say our cross-country sectionals course, I've had experience in the past running there. And while it's not like the flattest course, there are like a few hills here and there. But I think that course, because I have prior knowledge, I can do well on it.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, do hills for a runner. Is hills really a big challenge for you guys?
Yes, it's a very like strong factor to pay attention to because if you don't run them right, it can like negatively affect your race because they're just so draining. So you got to know how to run them.
Okay, and I mean, you guys run, 3.1 miles?
Yes.
And that's uphills, downhills. How do you do it? How do you keep on pushing through that?
I kind of it's really a mental game. So I think having it like in myself and in my head to tell myself like I can finish the course or I can run strong, I think just having a good mindset will get me through that.
Okay, Vincent?
So what's my biggest question is, what's something that like you felt you've improved upon throughout like your time in cross country?
I think the way I take care of my body, like physically, so like obviously the workouts will get us in shape, but I think outside of that, like your eating habits, make sure you're eating like nutritious foods, and then also like getting enough hours of sleep, our coach says, so at least 8 hours. I've worked on that. And then also hydration. I think all of those factors have helped me.
Do you do anything like outside of cross country, like any other sports or anything like that?
No, I only do cross country and track, so both of them are still running. So, yeah.
And how would you say like you specifically train for, like what is some of the training routines you go through?
So I enjoy our training routines because they're very like strict, like to the plan, so you know what's gonna happen each day. Usually throughout our weeks, like Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays are typically like our harder days. So we'll do some track workouts and do interval runs there, or we'll do runs where we like progress through our paces, so go from like slow to fast. And then our easy days, we just like do slower runs to recover. And then we finish off the week with a long run, so we'll do more miles on that day.
Okay. And you brought up you did track as well. Would you say there's a big difference between the two?
I wouldn't say like for the workout aspect of it, but I guess more of the community. Like cross country is a lot smaller and we have a smaller team, so it's more of like a family dynamic. And track and field, it has the family dynamic too, but since everybody does different events, it's like each little sections of people. But I think we still like at the end come together for all the meets and just cheer each other on.
And what events do you do for track?
I run the 1 mile, 2 mile, and the 800 meters.
Oh, jeez.
Distance runner.
Yeah, the distance.
That's crazy. I mean, yeah, cross country and track running distance. It must take a toll after a long time. I mean, do you want to
Yeah.
continue this into college, or maybe outside of college?
So I obviously would love to run in college, but I don't think that, because my goal has always been to go to college for like academics, but I do look forward to like joining run clubs, not their like actual team.
Yeah.
Just that way I can like keep myself active.
Okay.
Yeah.
And bringing up another question, do you think running will ever leave your life?
Honestly, no. I feel like I would put it on myself to like go out and get a run, even like in my adult years, just because I feel like it's like a healthy habit, and so I think continuing it will like be beneficial in my life.
That's good. And I heard coming up, I believe next Wednesday, the 29th, you guys have your regional meetings?
District meeting.
District meetings, sorry about that. But district meetings, what are you looking forward to during that?
I hope to get first place on the girls team because last year was the first time that we got that title. Millennium is a strong team, so they are like tough competition, but I think we can get the first place title this year again.
With such a big group at Millennium, is that intimidating at all to you guys?
Sometimes it can be just because like we seem like we're outnumbered just because our team is very small, but I think in the end it's not too big of a factor. You just gotta like know in yourself and in your team that okay, we can do this and we'll get through it.
Okay. And to lighten up the mood a little bit, since we're all so serious and we're only talking about running, we're gonna do a little segment we like to call Game Time. So if you don't mind. Okay, so in this segment, we're just gonna give you two options, and you're gonna have to pick out of the two. Now,
Okay.
your first options here: Nike or Adidas. All right. Now, why Nike?
Nike just has really good shoe designs and the way that they can be like comfortable, they're durable. I also just have a lot of experience, I guess, with Nike shoes, so I know how they are, and they seem to work for me all the time.
Okay. I mean, I would have taken Adidas for fashion, but
Okay. Oh yeah, true.
Was there like any other brands like other than those two that you would like say you prefer?
So for running, I'd prefer the Asics brand. They're very like cushiony, and they just provide a lot of like support on your runs.
Hokas are blown out of the water now, huh?
They're too stiff for me. I know.
That's what I've heard. I had a pair for a while.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, Asics and Nikes. Interesting. Okay. Now, would you rather go to college, fresh out of high school, or take a leap year?
I said go straight to
Okay.
university.
And why is that?
I think taking a leap year would honestly like diminish my knowledge just because I'm not in school and getting that like information that I need. So having like all that knowledge from high school and then going straight into college, like it's already fresh in my head.
Okay. Personally, leap year. Just gonna get that out of the way. High school's a little much right now.
Yeah. Me.
Really, you feel like your brain would just forget everything?
Honestly, yeah.
Are there any specific schools you'd want to go to for college?
Right now that I've had in mind are Baylor University and Purdue University. Yeah, those are definitely my top two.
Is there any like specific reasons why?
I visited both campuses and they like really like stood out just because of how like pretty it was there, very green, and also they're like one of the few schools that offer my major. I would like to do planetary science, so those schools have it. Yeah.
Okay, and another question I was gonna ask, is it the reason you're going to these colleges? Like you said, it's very green and they have your major. Is it because it's green or is it because of the educational side? Location or education?
Ooh, that's good. I guess education, but location does play a big part. Just you gotta feel like you're at home there. So, But mainly education.
Mainly
yeah, to set
education.
myself up.
Overruling. Okay, so brings me to the next question. Would you rather get a job for money, so money,
Okay.
or a job that you actually enjoy? So happiness
Ooh.
or money? Okay, I like your answer, but I need a
Happiness?
reason why.
Okay. I say happiness over the money because I would like to be showing up at a job that I want to be at and not like dreading, although like you would get good pay. But I feel like if you go with happiness, you can like work your way up and maybe get like better pay benefits. So that's why.
And then you said you want to go to school for planetary
Science. Yeah.
So like, what jobs would that like play into?
So my big goal is to hopefully work at NASA one day
Oh.
and like be a researcher there or any other like major space corporation, so like SpaceX maybe. But yeah.
Are you looking to, this might sound dumb, but are you looking to put any plants on the moon?
Ooh. One day
One day?
maybe I can, I'll work to getting that.
Put a few potatoes on Mars.
Yeah. We'll know where the idea came from.
Oh,
Started
yeah.
here.
It started right here
Yeah.
in this
Will
room.
in the podcast room.
Will in the podcast room. All right. That'll wrap up game time. I just want to thank you very much for your time, and
of course.
thank you for being here with us.
Yes, thank you.
All right, everybody. Now we have a little segment we like to call Around the Valley. Let's get to it. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So welcome to Around the Valley. We just kind of talk about Arizona sports here, and that be Sun Devil football, Cardinal football, Diamondback baseball, potential hockey in here. And I'm here with Alex.
Howdy.
I would say a sport entrepreneur, somewhat.
That's one thing to call it. I watch a lot of sports.
Anyways, Alex, Cardinals played last week, and
They did.
it just. What was your takeaways on that game?
I don't know, man. I've been a Cardinals fan for a long time. I've been a Kyler supporter for a long time, and yeah, I mean they brought in Jacoby Brissett. They've done 2 weeks now, and it's been arguably better than what Kyler's put together. I'm a firm believer that Drew Petzing needs to be fired. I think he's holding the team back, but I mean. It's really hard to argue when you got a guy like Brissett coming in. Obviously, he's a veteran, got experience, but he's a backup. Everyone knows him as a backup. So him coming in and outshining Kyler back-to-back weeks and against the Colts and the Packers, almost winning both of those games. I feel I'm mixed feelings.
Mixed feelings, okay. And personally, I think Jacoby Brissett deserves a starting job over Kyler. He's done. After 2 coaches, you can't
I
do
hate to
much.
say it, but I agree. I feel like you put in Brissett and
You see how a year goes.
maybe go draft somebody next year. Draft Sam Levitt, who
Yeah,
knows?
Sam Levitt, Kyler to the Saints, possibly.
I wouldn't complain. I mean,
Hey, man, I'll take a few draft picks. And how about them Packers? I mean, it's definitely sad seeing what they did, but they came back and they overperformed at the end.
that's an interesting team, right? So you have the Packers. They tie with the Cowboys. Excuse me. That's probably their biggest game this season. And so they were kind of on the edge. Jordan Love. This year. It feels like he can either be a star guy. He can come in and he can lead you on that game-winning drive, as he did against the Cardinals. Number 1 ranked defense in the NFC, I'm pretty sure. Or he can throw some picks, he can make some mistakes. So that's very interesting. Josh Jacobs, obviously not 100%, but he still showed out. And then Micah Parsons, that guy's a demon.
He tears
right?
through anybody.
And had him on 1 tackle the entire game. It was Paris or Jonah Williams. So that wasn't very smart, in my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, Parsons, 3 sacks.
Yeah.
Josh Jacobs, I think he had 2
2 touchdowns.
2 touchdowns. So, I'm just Green Bay. It's either they're really good or they are interesting. Let's use that word.
Yeah.
But
That was-
moving on to next week, Who are you thinking is going to get the starting job again? Brissett? You think we're going to see Brissett back there?
So I'm not sure. They said, obviously next week's the bye week. They said that Kyler is still a quarterback. Obviously, Gannon, the coach, you have to stand behind your starter, your guy. You just gave him a big contract. But I do feel like with the way Brissett performs, I think they are not going to be in a rush to bring Kyler back. I would say probably if they feel in any way that Kyler maybe needs another week or he's not 100%, they'll hold him back. And they might even, I don't want to say it, but they might hold him back saying there's still an ailment there and there's not.
Yeah.
They might do it as much as they can to give Brissett the starting job without saying they're giving him the starting job.
And honestly, you can't complain. Like you said, Brissett's been playing well, so it's
Yeah.
just not something that Cardinals fans can be upset about.
Can't be upset with Brissett when he got Trey McBride 2 touchdowns last week.
Exactly. It was a beautiful game for him. It's just that Cardinals defense, man, falls
that
apart
team-
at the worst moments.
That defense, they've had their issues at the end of games. I will say that, but that is a very nasty defense, and it's also for as good as it is, it's a battered defense. I mean, you had Murphy Bunting go out in the preseason. I believe, is it Keitrell Clark is the other cornerback that's out, along with Garrett Williams on IR. So that's 3 of your starting cornerbacks that are out. Will Johnson's obviously a stud. I've been a huge Will Johnson fan. I wanted us to draft him in the first round last year. We didn't draft him. I was upset, and we got him in the second round. So
Unbelievable, he fell.
that was really cool. Obviously, Walter Nolan, our number one or our first round pick, he hasn't played yet. Darius Robinson, I believe, is either not played yet this season or he's played a couple games. But this is a very talented defense. They've been hit with injuries, as has the offense. It's a very talented defense, and I feel like right now they just don't have the composure and maybe they have Budda Baker, obviously, but they might not have that veteran presence up front. Although they have Calais Campbell.
Calais, but
I don't really know. I don't know why we fall apart at the end of these games.
it is a young team, and like you said, 3 cornerbacks are missing. So when that does happen, you can just toss the ball deep and hope a backup don't catch it.
Yeah, I mean, defense's DB's worst nightmare is an underthrown go ball, and so it's hard for some of our backups to cover that. But we still got some guys there. We got Max Melton, obviously. We got Will Johnson, the rookie, Budda Baker and Jalen Thompson, Dadrian Taylor Demerson, the second-year safety. So they got some guys that have made up for it, but it definitely hurts a little bit seeing guys like Garrett Williams go down.
Yeah. Hopefully, just injuries don't rid them the whole season. They're able to come back later in the year, as well as that defense just being able to tidy up what they can and possibly see Kyler Murray in a different jersey next year. That could be crazy. It could be a little weird looking.
I don't know how to feel about that. I mean,
We won't see until next year. But moving on from the Cardinals, we got preseason just ended for them. They're looking hot, looking very, very good.
for the Suns.
The Suns,
Yeah.
yes. So
We got to go to the preseason game against the Lakers.
we did. That was
That was fun. I don't know what to say about the Suns.
I mean, it's a very young team, and the preseason they look solid. They look very solid, very quick to the point with the new coaching staff and everything. It definitely a different game than last year. But the takeaways are the rookies, man. There's so many, and there's so many new guys, first years in Arizona. So
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy how different of a team this is from last year. Obviously, KD's gone, Beal's gone, so it's just a whole different dynamic. I'm very excited to see Booker take another kind of step back into that leadership role. I've seen a lot of people say after the Olympics a couple years ago, he kind of stepped back and he was the role player on the Olympics, which is exactly what they needed. And even Steve Kerr commented and said, nobody's asked me about Devin Booker, but he is the definite MVP on this team. He did all the things that needed to be done while some of the other guys were out there scoring all the big baskets. And it kind of feels like he never stepped back into the leadership role on the Suns after that. So I'm excited to see that. I'm excited to see Jalen Green, obviously. Athletic freak. it'll be fun to see some of those highlight reel dunks. I don't know. We haven't had that in a while, so
Gee, it's been a very long time.
that's going to be really fun to see. Dylan Brooks bringing intensity. I really like the dynamic of Dylan Brooks kind of mentoring Ryan Dunn.
yeah.
I mean, we know Ryan Dunn is a defensive presence, and we know Dylan Brooks is a presence. Dylan Brooks just has some more attitude. So I'm very excited to see Ryan Dunn's progression this year. Just taking that step with a little bit more of a veteran leader in Dylan Brooks to pave the way for him almost. And I think Ryan Dunn's going to be a stud.
I agree. Ryan Dunn, he's obviously going to be one of the better players in the league, especially with all this leadership around them and mentorship with Booker. And like you said, I don't know how I blank on his name right now.
Dylan Brooks.
Dylan Brooks, thank you. But yeah, like you said, they just have these leaders that they can look up to and kind of base their game off of. And what you said with Booker finally stepping into the leadership spot again, it's good to see that, because that big three, that was a terrible time in Phoenix Suns history.
I don't like that phrase, the big three. It's harmed me too much.
It was a sad three. It was a very sad three. But no, it just, like I was saying, I'm glad to see him stepping up into the leadership role again, and not KD overshadowing the whole team. Because last year it was all of, you guys are KD and you're not good. You guys have KD and you're not good.
Yeah.
Like, what is going on? So
I feel like it was kind of a shadow over the team of, you guys have these studs and you're underperforming. This year, I think it's really going to help them honestly, in a way, not having expectations, not being looked at as one of the big teams, because 2021, they weren't looked at as one of the big teams. It was, hey, they made the playoffs, they're going to get knocked out by the Lakers first round. Hey, they beat the Lakers, now they got a real stud team coming with the Clippers. Wow, they beat the Clippers, now they're in the finals, right? So just kind of almost that underdog mentality, I feel like, is going to really help them. And I will say this is the first time in a little bit I've had a fun, good feeling going into the Sun season that if we don't perform, if we're not a playoff team, I feel like it'll be still a fun team to watch. If we make the playoffs again, it's going to feel like 2021 all over again. And I don't mind that.
yeah, hopefully there will be a run with this year. And yeah, I kind of see what you mean there with the 2021 team. If this team just starts off hot and stays strong, I can really see it there. And that's all we want for the Suns, just a little bit of success, especially after all the banter that has been pushed their way these last few years. They get one appearance up at the championship, and then it all falls apart. So moving on from the Suns now, the Diamondbacks, off-season, we ended the year very blankly. I believe we were under 500, but exactly 500.
Yeah, but I would say we didn't end the year. The end of the year was better than the middle of the year.
The end of the year was definitely a lot more fun than the middle and sort of the beginning. The beginning of the year, the Diamondbacks were noted as a team that could go to the World Series, and they ended the year.
Sorry, go ahead.
They ended the year 500.
Yeah, I was seeing in the I was excited. I was seeing in the preseason, man, this D-backs rotation, this might be the only team in the NL that can take down the Dodgers and can dethrone them. Obviously, that didn't happen. You got some injuries. But I mean, yeah, it was really weird the way the season ended with. It was fun again. You're right. And it wasn't like the Suns where it feels different this year after you got rid of some pieces. The D-backs got rid of some fan favorites, right? Gino, everybody loved Gino. Everybody loved Naylor. Everybody loved Merrill Kelly.
It's hard to get rid of him.
It was, yeah. Shelby Miller was one of the most coming back to the Diamondbacks this year and then shining.
Yeah.
I mean, the only guy that we got rid of that nobody liked was Jordan Montgomery. And he was injured. He wasn't doing anything.
Thankfully, he's gone.
It was very weird that, I mean, it was just fun baseball again after they left, and obviously you almost made it into the playoffs.
Yeah. Like you were saying, just getting rid of a lot of those fan favorites like Suarez and all that. That Mariners year just ended sadly. Naylor and Suarez are now I believe Naylor and Suarez are both free agents.
Yeah.
So is it the Diamondbacks' priority after, of course, picking up bullpen? Because I'm just going to go over this. The Diamondbacks had 45 blown saves last year.
Oh, man.
That's the most in the MLB. Well, so it wasn't a matter of this team cannot hit. We had the most points scored. We were a great hitting team.
We've been an offensive team for a couple years now.
We've been that team with Corbin Carroll and Geraldo Perdomo just starting to finally turn
man.
into that star.
Watching Perdomo shine this year was
So amazing.
peak.
The best shortstop in the league. And then
Yeah.
Ketel Marte just continued to be amazing. It sucks to lose pieces like, Christian Walker the year before, and now Josh Naylor's gone. We look up to Tyler Locklear, but he's injured. He's going to be out for a while. Do we move back to Goldschmidt?
Yeah, I've seen a lot of speculation different ways. Personally, I would love if we were to bring back Goldie. Obviously, fan favorite. Everyone loves Goldie. I could see it in almost. I'll say it like this: I don't think we bring back Goldie if we don't believe Tyler Locklear is the future. I think you bring back Goldie as almost like a mentor. You got him for 1 year. Obviously, Locklear needs to recover for the beginning of the year. You don't really love the whole Pavin Smith Locklear platoon that we were running at first base. So I would say, yeah, bring back Goldie on a veteran contract. Have him retire a D-back. Kind of mentor Locklear, and then at third base, if you could get Gino back, outstanding. I don't know if you're going to be able to. He's going to be worth a lot of money. There's going to be a lot of teams that are after him, and I know that the team is really. They've been set on Jordan Lawler, their pick, for a while. And I kind of feel like they might just stick with him, and they might try and keep Lawler at third. You have Blaze Alexander, a utility guy. I know he's getting reps in the outfield, but almost you keep Lawler at third. You keep Locklear at first with Goldie kind of mentoring him, probably playing first, and you try and keep this team young. I mean, that was the big thing in 2023 was this is a young team. This is a really fun team to watch, obviously. I mean, 2023, your oldest guy was Longoria.
Gosh, Longoria.
And he was that veteran presence, and I feel like that's exactly what Goldie could bring to this team.
Yeah, that's exactly what we need too. I mean, there's so many young guys here and on that team that it's just you don't really have anybody else to look up to. I mean, Zach Gallen might have been one of the oldest pitchers on that team, aside from the many pitchers that we brought in over this year. I believe that, was it over 20 pitchers had a save with the Diamondbacks this year, which broke an MLB record.
Yeah, it did.
So this year's, it's just been all over the place. And like you said, yeah, they need some type of veteran presence. Suarez did say that Arizona feels like a home to him, but the money. I know he won't overlook the money, but if there's $200 million on a contract in Seattle and there's only $100 million in Arizona, you know where to go. And that kind of that's wrapping up the Diamondbacks. Just you need to bring in pitching and you need to bring in first base and third base. And to move on from the Diamondbacks and kind of lift us up a little bit, how about our Sun
Devils?
How about that? The upsets. I want to say the biggest upset in college football that week was Arizona coming and beating Texas Tech.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a huge ASU fan. My goal is to go to ASU next year. So trying to keep this quick, but I love the Sun Devils, and I love the way this team is made up, and I love the coaches. I mean, obviously Kenny Dillingham. Everyone loves Kenny Dillingham. You got Marcus Arroyo, great offensive coordinator. Our wide receivers coach, I can't remember his name right now, former Steelers wide receiver, stud. And then, obviously, the players. I mean, Sam Levitt, I feel like next year will be a top 3 quarterback in the nation, if not top 2 and maybe the best. Jordan Tyson is the best receiver that's going to be in the draft next year.
He can be a Heisman contender.
He should be a top 10 pick. Yeah, he will be a top 10 pick next year. It's going to hurt to see him go, but enjoy him while he lasts because that guy is a stud. And then, I mean, filling in Scadaboo's spot, those are huge, huge boots to fill. And Raleek Brown has come out of the woodwork and done that beautifully.
He's been great.
I mean, it would be in the preseason. I feel like it was. Is it going to be Kyson Brown or is it going to be Kanye Udo? I was excited for Kanye Udo. I really was, because out of Army, obviously Army's a big running team, and man, Raleek Brown has turned into one of my favorite players this year. That guy has so much energy. He runs with passion. So much fun to watch. I mean, I love that guy.
Yeah, it's something about the Sun Devils and those running backs that just like to run through people.
Yeah.
Scattaboo, now Raleek Brown, like you're saying. Yeah, I mean, gosh, man, this team's so good. It's nice to say something like good about ASU, other than
It's fun to watch Arizona sports succeed.
Yes, is other than being like, oh, we had Jaden Daniels. Oh,
Yeah.
we had Barry Bonds on our baseball team at one point. All that doesn't matter.
Phil Mickelson was a Sun Devil. But yeah, I mean, the recruiting that Kenny Dillingham and his staff have done has been incredible. Pulling in guys. Sam Levitt. I mean, the defense, you got guys like Xavier Alford, Miles Rouser, CJ Fight, just absolute dogs on the defense. And they play with an intensity they play with a passion that you only get when you believe. When you believe in your coach, you believe in your team. And I mean, you see it on the field, the way those guys lay it out. They're getting hyped for each other. Even like the defense, Sam Levitt makes a play, makes a guy miss, runs for a first down. That sideline is electric, and the crowd has been incredible. I mean, we're undefeated at home.
Since last year.
Yeah, for a while now. I would say this is a hot take. I would say ASU has one of the best home field advantages right now in college football, just with the electricity that's in this program. And especially now after beating Texas Tech last week, I mean, this is prime ASU football.
And it's not only that, it's that every other college is trying to shove ASU out of there. I have not seen one, just sports station, ESPN, all of them, they never really mention anything good about ASU unless it came with Cam Scattaboo or, Sam Levitt made this one pass. That's about it. I mean, the whole team, Kenny Dillingham as a coach, like you said, they brought this whole new narrative of we're a young team and we're going to win. And jeez Louise, man, they have been winning.
Yeah,
and
it's real fun. I mean, it's run life to Arizona sports. I mean, to wrap it up and put a bow on it, it has elevated Arizona sports in a way that we haven't felt since 2023, right? So you had the Suns in 2021, you had the D-backs in 2023. Before that, probably 2015 Cardinals in the divisional, and now it's ASU's turn. It's Sam Levitt's turn, Jordan Tyson. So yeah, I mean, Arizona sports, it's you can't say it's in a rut right now.
For college, definitely at all-time high.
College is elevating Arizona sports, and it's making me happy.
It's making a lot of Arizona residents happy. It's giving us something to wait for the weekend, because nobody wants to wait for the Cardinals anymore. I'm just going to say that now.
Hate to say it, but you're right.
It's so hard to watch them.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, like you said, have you seen that video of Kenny Dillingham doing the worm?
Doing the worm.
That's AI, by the way.
That was electric. Yeah, that's what he says.
AI. But that represents Arizona right there. And just to kind of wrap up this Around the Valley segment, ASU has been the center point since last year for Arizona sports. And I don't see that slowing down anytime soon. Even with the departure of Sam Levitt and Jordan Tyson being gone, I still see Kenny Dillingham coaching the heck out of whoever's going to be there.
I could not agree more. Obviously, it's going to hurt a little bit. There's going to be growing pains as you lose top wide receiver in the nation, top quarterback in the nation. But the recruiting that team has done and that coaching staff has done has been wildly unnoticed. It's been incredible. So they got guys. Don't think that after Sam Levitt it's going to be all downhill. I think they can stay on that hill.
Definitely. And for the next few years, especially while we're in college, we look for ASU to compete. That would
be awesome.
Not only in the Pac-12, but I mean just throughout all the colleges, man.
Big 12.
Is it Big 12?
Yeah.
I need to use my head.
Pac-12 is on RIP.
Anyways, that's it for the Around the Valley, and that'll be it for The Mix today. We thank you for being here and listening to this, watching us talk, and we will see you guys next time.